The ocean is vital to the many organisms it holds. It is where they eat, sleep, play, grow, and so much more. Why, if we know that it is the source of so much life, are we doing things that are hurtful to it? One of the main factors that is destroying Earth's oceans is ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is the increase of CO2 in the oceans. A lot of this CO2 increase is all thanks to humans. The more we burn things like coal, oil, and gas, the more CO2 is let off into the atmosphere. This CO2 comes from driving, refineries, and so many other human-based activities. The ocean then absorbs that CO2, and it makes the ocean more acidic on the pH scale. At a reasonably healthy state, the ocean's pH should be anywhere from 7.5 to 8.4. This would make it more basic. But as the ocean absorbs more and more CO2, its pH level begins to drop and become more acidic. This whole issue has really become prevalent ever since the Industrial Revolution. It was in this time when an excess of CO2 was let out into the atmosphere because of the new age in manufacturing. Since the Industrial Revolution, the ocean has absorbed nearly 525 billion tons of CO2, causing the pH level to drop by 0.1 units. The chemistry of ocean acidification is where we start seeing some of the effects it has on the ocean. When carbon dioxide mixes with the water molecules in the ocean, it forms carbonic acid. That easily breaks down into hydrogen ions and bicarbonate. All of the organisms in the ocean with shells, such as mollusks and corals, need calcium carbonate to form their protective shells. But because of ocean acidification, there is a lack of this calcium carbonate, making it impossible for these organisms to form and maintain the shells that give them a home and protection. For example, coral reefs are home to many organisms. Almost 1/4 of all marine organisms live within them. So when coral reefs die out due to ocean acidification, all the organisms who live within them are forced to find a new place to live, but most die out before they can find anywhere. This then has an effect on the whole ocean's food chain. The effects of ocean acidification is just an ongoing cycle that will eventually destroy Earth's oceans altogether. But there are things that could be done to help fix the problem of ocean acidification. We can try to reduce the amount of carbon emissions let out into the atmosphere by using our cars less, finding more sustainable ways to run factories, or planting things such as mangroves in hopes of stabilizing the CO2 in our atmosphere and oceans. The sad thing about this, though, is that these wouldn't be able to completely stabilize ocean acidification for thousands of years. We are so far gone that to get things back to a normal, healthy condition, it would take a ridiculous amount of time. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be working towards the solution, though. We can continue doing little things each day to reduce our carbon footprint. These things may not fix this issue in our lifetime, but it will surely prevent it from being pushed to the point of no return.